Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Revolting review. I am Random Ross and today I am reviewing the Sacrifice game. So this is a psychological, supernatural Christmas horror movie that dropped on Shudder and is written by Sean Radblitz and Jen Waxier and directed by Jen Wexier or something, if I'm pronouncing that right. Starring Mina Mosound. You know, the guy who was in the live-action remake of Aladdin, who was Aladdin. Olivia Scott Welsh, Guy Kenworthy, Madison Barnes, Derek Johns, Lauren Pryatt, Chloe Laverne, and Georgia Atkin. So as I've said, this is a Christmas horror film. So in this, it is set in 1971 during the Christmas break, where there's a group of killers going around. A group of 4 killers called Jude, Jimmy, Grant, Jude Grant, and Doug, and of course, and Samantha. Yeah, I think that's it. So anyway, these 4 people are known as the Jude, Maisie, Grant, and Doug. Yeah, these 4 people are known as the Christmas killers, who are going around killing people around the holidays, collecting pieces of their skin, and then they find themselves at a girls' boarding school where 2 young girls are stuck there for the holidays, them being Samantha and Maisie, with their teacher Rose, and of course they end up getting cornered by these 2 in a home invasion style horror where they perform a satanic ritual, believing they could get their true desires. And then of course midway in there's a big twist, which I don't want to give too much away because it's still new, but they soon get more than what they bargained for when this demon isn't just real but is what they did not expect. And we get some gory moments in there, we get some violence, we get some delusional cultist stuff, and we get 1971 horror vibes. So yeah, that's the story. What did I like about this film? Well, I like that this was set in the old days, like 1971, and according to what the horror miser Monty G said in his review, back then 911 wasn't a thing in America. They had to dial an 8-digit number to contact the police. I'm like, wow, no wonder it took them ages to get there, or they never phoned them at all, because all that time dialing 8 numbers when it's quicker to just dial 3. Yeah, I don't know, I wasn't around in 1971, wasn't even born yet. But yeah, I like that this was like set in the past where where we're not living in a digital age where they're on their phones. Like I say, this was set in 52 years before, and also how cut off they can be from the outside world, especially in the winter times. I also did like the soundtrack as well. We got some Christmas carols in there, Christmas setting and Christmas vibes, and then we got some kills which involved a lot of stabbing in the necks and the hearts. And yeah, our villains in it, I like them. I thought they were like, yeah, typical home invaders, but then they soon turn out, the things soon flip on their heads when they summon something. I also like the character of Samantha, played by Madison Barnes. She was an interesting, good character. Thought, yeah, she's going to be the final girl. But the character of Maisie, played by Olivia Scott, not Olivia Scott Welsh, Clara. Yeah, that's it, Clara, played by Georgia Atkin. She was a very interesting character, and I thought, from looking at her, I thought, okay, there's something off about her. She clearly is okay with this and being cooperative. What is her secret? And we do find out what her secret is and the twist and everything. Like I say, I don't want to give anything away, but I'm like, wow, that is it. I'm like, I do like it when Satan worshippers do get more than what they bargained for, and it blows up in their faces. I also liked our antagonists for the first part, them being Jude, Maisie, Doug and Grant. Grant not saying much, he's just been the muscle, but he's a war vet and he's brought into all this and ends up serving. And also, the character of Jude, he's just a nutter, played by Aladdin, and he's insane. He's like the leader of this group of people, and he's bonkers, and yeah, crazy. But yeah, our 4 home invaders, they were interesting characters, and yeah, when they start to question that, is this demon ritual some bullshit? Yeah, we soon get an answer to that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I do get some of the negatives people have with this. Like Nightmare Maven said in her review, there were some moments that took her out of the movie, which I can see why, and they did with me a bit. Also, Monty G, he said in his review, this film did go on 10 minutes longer than it needed to. Now, I didn't notice this, but if he'd have not said that, I wouldn't have known. But yeah, I do feel the film did, especially the final act, did kind of go on a little longer than it needed to. It's like you're waiting, because you know what's going to happen. So that's another thing, it was predictable. You knew what was going to happen. You're thinking, yeah, just get on with it. So yeah, I get what some people have with this one, the flaws with it. But at the end of the day, it was a good enough horror movie for me. I mean, I enjoyed it. Again, satanic cults in the early 70s, late 60s kind of brought me back to like the Manson family murders and what have you. Yeah, and I mean, it was decent enough. And I thought I'd definitely give this a review when I watched it, and I did. I mean, I'm glad I watched it. It was about 90 minutes long, so not a long film at all. But yeah, so enough with the chin wagging. Let's get on with the ratings. I'm going to give this film, I think I will give this film 3 Krampus switches out of 5. 3 Krampus switches out of 5 for The Sacrifice Game. So there you go, there is my review on that one. Have you seen it? Let me know down in the comments below if you have. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. I've been Random Ross, and this has been a Revolting review. So until next time, don't have nightmares.